Good afternoon, Pottinger class.
Good afternoon.
Today we finished 3.5, strategies for comparing fractions. Can you compare and order fractions?
Yes.
Fractions. Fractions are always going to be part of the number.
1.
It's like we break the number.
1.
Fractions are like breaking the number 1, right?
Yes.
The top number of a fraction is called the.
Numerator.
The bottom is called the.
Denominator.
All right, so like denominators would be 2 or more denominators that are the exact same. What's another name for like denominators?
Common denominators.
Common denominators, like denominators are the same things. I don't see all eyes up here. We're going to talk a little bit about the bubble method when we get down into main idea number 2. To get a common denominator between two fractions, you must find a multiple? You must find a common multiple, right? Okay, let's do that again. To get a common denominator between two or more fractions, you must find a common
Multiple.
or the LCM. All right, here's my fraction 1/5 and here's my fraction 3/5. See those two?
Yes.
Do I need to, or I'm sorry, can I compare these two fractions?
Yes.
Why?
Denominator.
You're splitting them the same way. You're splitting 1/5 into 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're splitting 3/5 into 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's easy to see that 3/5 is bigger than 1/5, right?
Yes.
This fraction right here, 1/5, and this fraction right here, 2/3. Can you compare those two?
No.
Why? Yeah, the denominators are not the same. So therefore, in order to compare them, we need to find some equivalent fractions with the same denominator, yeah? So we look at our denominator of 1/5, and we look at our denominator for 2/3, and we're like, what multiple do 5 and 3 have in common? And so you may make a snake, or you may just know 5 and 3 have a common multiple of
15.
So we take that 15 and we make our new denominators. We draw our fraction bar. We're all good to go here, right?
Yes.
Then we draw these things. What are these things called?
Bubble.
We draw some bubbles, and inside the bubbles are going to be the numbers we're using to figure out how we got from our old denominator 5 to our new denominator 15. How do you get from 5 to 15? Multiply by.
3.
So what do I multiply the numerator by?
3.
So that's where I get my 3 for my numerator, right?
Yes.
How did I get from this 3 to this 15 then?
Multiply by 5.
So I put that in my bubble, multiply by 5, and I also put multiply by 5 in the numerator part, right?
Yes.
What's 2 times 5?
10.
Can I now compare these two fractions?
Yes.
So therefore, this fraction and this fraction tell me that 2/3 is bigger than 1/5, right?
Yes.
Because I found equivalent fractions with common denominators. Aiden and I's are up here. Can I compare these two fractions in this problem?
Yes.
Can I compare these two fractions in this problem?
No.
No, they don't have common denominators. Okay, sometimes you guys, I asked you, or you're going to be asked to put fractions in order from least to greatest, greatest to least, whatever it might be. Can I compare these two or these three fractions? Yes or no?
No.
Is it possible to find a common denominator for fractions that have 3 different denominators?
Yes.
This is like a 3-headed snake that we've talked about using to find common multiples, right?
Yes.
We good?
Yes.
Bubble method, all that stuff we're good on?